Richard Beaver Dick Leigh was an English-American trapper, scout, and guide at the end of the 19th century, primarily in the area now known as Jackson Hole, Wyoming. He has been called possibly the West's last mountain man. Richard Leigh was born in Manchester, England in 1831. Seeking adventure, the call of the wild, and the untamed West, he ran away from home when he was just 7 years old, stowing away on an English ship bound for Philadelphia. He stayed with his sister for a short time before Leigh got his opportunity to explore the frontier by joining the Hudson Bay Company. He was sent by the company to the Pacific Northwest to begin his trade as a trapper. Shortly after traveling west, however, the Mexican-American War began in 1846, and his ongoing pursuit for adventure led him to join the fight. He served under Lieutenant Colonel Henry Wilson, and some speculate he participated in the siege of Veracruz and was stationed there through the end of the war. After being discharged from the military, Leigh made his way up the Rio Grande to the Salt Lake Valley in Utah, where he returned to his trap lines. His persistent and diligent pursuit of the best beaver pelts won him the name of Beaver Dick Leigh, which was eventually shortened to Beaver Dick. The name, according to one authority, was originally given to him by Brigham Young, the Mormon leader, as a tribute to his trapping skills that were displayed in the vicinity of Utah Lake. Other sources say that the nickname was given to him by the Native Americans because of his trapping skill and large front teeth. Beaver Dick chose to settle in Idaho near the Snake River. He was the first white man to set up permanent residence in that section of Idaho. The Snake River Valley proved to be a great area to continue his lifestyle as a trapper. The only downfall was it required long trips back to the Salt Lake Valley, where twice a year he would travel to sell his furs. On one of these long trips, Beaver Dick stopped to camp next to a young Bannock couple, Bannock John and his wife Tadpole. Tadpole was in the middle of a difficult labor, and with no other help around, Dick helped Bannock John deliver a baby girl. The parents, grateful for Beaver Dick's help, promised the girl to be Dick's wife when she reached maturity. Dick, being 31 at the time, thought this was simply a kind gesture and had no expectations of collecting on that promise. In 1863, Beaver Dick married his first wife, a daughter of the Eastern Shoshone chief Washaki's band. The wife's Shoshone name is unknown, but she was given the English name Jenny. Beaver Dick was proud of his wife Jenny, often writing in his diary of her hard work and contributions to the family. They would go on to have 5 children: Dick Jr., Ann Jane, John, William, and Elizabeth. The red-haired, thick-bearded, and raw-boned trapper had his moment of recognition when he was recruited as an outfitter and guide for the Hayden exploration party through Jackson Hole, Wyoming in 1872. The Hayden Geological Survey was the first federally funded geological survey to explore and further document features in the region that would become Yellowstone National Park. In 1876, tragedy struck the Leigh family when they offered assistance to a starving Indian woman. Unbeknownst to the Leighs, she was infected with smallpox. Between Christmas Eve and December 28, 1876, all of Beaver Dick's family died. He barely survived. In his journal, he wrote that he was never quite the same after losing his family and struggled to maintain a normal life on the homestead. In 1878, Beaver Dick found himself amid high tensions between the U.S. military and the Bannock tribes. This conflict would have become known as the Bannock Wars. He served as a scout and a hunter for the Army and ended up spending some time at Fort Hall in southeast Idaho. Coincidentally, the girl promised to him years before, whom he had helped deliver, Susan Tadpole, was also at the fort. A few years later, Dick Leigh, at age 48, married 16-year-old Susan Tadpole. Beaver Dick spent the rest of his life continuing to trap and often led hunting and exploration parties into Yellowstone Valley. In the fall of 1891, he and his family were camped near Two Ocean Creek on the Continental Divide when they were visited by none other than Theodore Roosevelt and his hunting party. Beaver Dick and Teddy greatly enjoyed each other's company and swapped stories and hunting tales. At the age of 68, this legend of the West, who was instrumental in the settling of the Snake River and the Teton Valley, died in 1899 surrounded by family and friends.